Hey guys, I hope you all are having a really good day today. I wanted to talk to you for just a second about how to set some priorities when you are having an absolutely crazy week. I know what crazy weeks sound like, what they look like, and sometimes, especially for those of you who like to do things well or might have some OCD or perfectionistic tendencies in there, sometimes it's just really easy to get overwhelmed with all the responsibilities that we have as adults. So I wanted to run through a little exercise that I do with many of my clients just to help you set priorities and also to give yourself permission to let some things go, but how to know how to do that, what to let go, what to hold on to based on your values and what is really important. I want to start with this first of all. This is what I call the pyramid of hierarchy of needs, which is health at the bottom and security. We have to have a healthy mind, a healthy body. So this is emotional and physical health. Okay, so if our brain is not working well, we are not going to be making very good decisions on our own behalf. And if our body is physically not capable of following through on any of the decisions we choose to make, then we're not going to be getting anywhere. So we need to make sure that our body and our mind are solid before we move on, period. The second aspect of that is our physical security. We need to make sure that we feel physically secure, emotionally secure, okay? So again, if we are preoccupied with the fact that we either might be in danger or we physically are in danger of losing our basic needs, food and shelter, okay? If we are not safe within this situation of food and shelter, independence, physical independence, then again, we can't move on and make any other goals and accomplish any other goals until those two are met. And so we've got physical security, mental health, and emotional health. Okay, that's our starting place. Next, we need to make sure our self-care is in a really good place. And self-care can include walks, it can include reading, it can include things that you do to just keep you stable and in a good state of mind. Are you in a place where you are contributing to that glass half full? Okay. And then relationships. Are your relationships secure and solid? Are you surrounded by what I like to call, and what many of my clients have heard a lot about, is scaffolding? Do you have scaffolding in the form of healthy relationships? Okay. And then above that is growth. That is what you're contributing to your own growth, that you're moving forward, purposeful. That's going back to school. That is reading books in order to gain a particular skill. That is taking a class. Whatever it means for you, that's contributing to your growth as a person so that you may give. Give is at the top. And sometimes I put purpose instead of give, but it's the same concept. This is what you can get in order for you to give, if that makes sense. All right. So what do you need to get? The more I grow as a person, the more I also have to contribute to the well-being of others, right? So how am I engaging in those activities? Now, I want you to take a break from that for just a second, and I want you to think about your tasks this week. Just think about your tasks this week. And I just threw down some, like I need to go to the doctor, or I need to get a dentist appointment. Chores around the house. And sometimes that means literally listing out the chores. I'm just doing this for the sake of time, but listing out all the things that on your mind that you need to do. I need to insulate the door. I need to fix a window, a screen that fell out, like all the little things that go into you just getting through this week that have been ruminating and spinning in your mind. What's that list? Write it all down. There may be 50 things here. Write them all down. This is just an example, okay? Work projects, emails, playing with your kids, dinner, gardening, hanging out with friends. And so, my pen's gonna die, so I'm gonna get a new pen. A marker. Let me see if this works. So, out of all of those things, what I want to begin to perspective take with you is when you are in a position to accomplish a goal, what does your A job look like? Like really, really well done. What does your B job look like? And what does your C job look like? Right, guys? You can't always give an A. You can't always give an A. So an A job playing with your kids may look like spending the day with them. The whole day, you guys go to the park and you play and you kick around a football and you go to a pool and you have a picnic and or whatever that may look like for you. That your A job is like, if I had it my way and gave it all, everything that I've got to just my kids, this is what it would look like. That's beautiful. And I bet you want to do that. And you want to do that kind of effort in all of these categories and all the things on your list. But that's not possible. And then what would a B, like your B, look like? Lindsay's B of playing with the kids might mean half a day or 3 or 4 hours where we're at the park. But then we've got to do some other things too that day. But I'm still giving them my attention. A C may mean I worked all day, but I've got 1 hour. I've got 1 hour, right? And remember, guys, I want to give you permission to know that C is still passing. C is still passing, okay? So if all you have is 1 hour for your kids, or you get half of your chores done, but not all of them, or you're not able to get back to all of your emails, but you got back to most of them or the important ones, right? That's still passing. You're still accomplishing goals. You're still stepping on the stepping stones to get across the river. It might be a little more slowly than you want. It might not be the A job that you wish you could do all the time, but sometimes we just can't, right? So I want to create that perspective. So now you know what that looks like. What does A look like? What does B look like? What does C look like? Okay? Now I want you to go through those activities. And again, it might be, for example, you've got emails. Well, obviously, maybe emails responding to your boss might be something you definitely need A for. You can't drop the ball there. But maybe you can be a little slower getting back to some of your clients, for example. Okay? So there might be a couple of different breakdowns even within one category, for example. So I want you to be very specific. And the doctor's visit, you really do need to go to the doctor, but you're not dying, versus you are diabetic, and if you miss the doctor, that's a big deal, okay? So you have to decide, how important is that doctor's visit? If I have diabetes, I need to go. That has to be a priority, just like we talked about in this category. If this goes sour, if you don't give it your A job, if you give it a B and a C job and it's going to impact you in a significant way, you've got to prioritize that, okay? All right? Same with like taking your kids to the doctor, something like that. So this category right here typically needs to be A's, all right? But you kind of get to tease that out. What does that look like? If it's my annual doctor's visit, I can put that off till next week. If I'm not dying, I've been feeling pretty good, I can put that off till next week. Still needs to be important. Maybe that needs to be a B or a C job. It definitely can't be F, okay? Anything on here has to be at least, anything in this section needs to be at least an A, B, and C. We can't drop the ball, okay? All right. I hope this gives you a little bit of a tool for setting your priorities, figuring out what is important to you, what you value, and making sure the things that really are keeping you moving forward and keeping you stable in your life and healthy and mentally healthy. I hope this gives you a little bit of direction and will help you set that stage for yourself. All right. Thank you. Good luck with this week, guys. Talk to you later.